Hi, my name is Cellicia Hunt. I am a business and relationship coach that helps business professionals and small business owners to find their voice, set practical goals, grow in their field, attract clients or customers, build personal relationships, and realize and live their dreams. Today, I'll be sharing 14 steps to starting your business and suggested ways to financing it without traditional loans. First, I must say that I believe that God has placed something special inside of every person to contribute to the world, and I would like to help you find and live that purpose. So now, the 14 steps to identifying and launching your business. Step 1, you want to first identify who you are, your business interests, and the value you can offer to others. Now, some of the first things you want to think about is, what do you consider gifts and talents? Do you like to design, create, sing, remodel things? What is your difference from others? What do you find that you gravitate towards most? What truly interests you? What do you do well? Look at your resume. Your qualifications and life experience provide you with a certain advantage. People may just be as qualified as you are, but no one has had the same exact experiences as you have. So you may have a certain difference to offer a client or customer. Now, the next thing you want to think about is, what problems do you notice around you that you believe you can provide answers to? What would you like to offer to the world? What kind of industry are you interested in? Are you interested in creating a sole proprietorship or partnership? With a sole proprietorship, this means that you work by yourself. With a partnership, it means you work with others, or you work with a partner, rather, because there are other types of business. Those are not the only two. But yes, this is some of the questions you'll have to be able to answer, and once you're able to answer them, it puts you in a better position to identifying what business would be most suitable for you. Okay, so the next step you want to look at is, step 2 is to identify a market and start reading. You want to read. If you are interested in a certain market, start getting books and articles that can teach you about it. Get as much materials that will help you to determine the business that will best suit you. Certain books also have very valuable principles to teach. So, yes, you want to go shopping and get several types of books. You want to check out books or articles for your area of business. So if you wanted to become an interior designer, start looking at books and articles for interior design. Then you want to check out books that give you certain general principles that can equip you in dealing with people and making certain decisions as you go along with your business. So some of the authors that I would suggest you check out are like Napoleon Hill, and his famous book is Think and Grow Rich. And this is a very popular book, so I believe that you can find free copies on the internet as well. Other great authors that teach business principles are like Dr. Mike Murdoch, Dr. Miles Monroe, Warren Buffett, Donald Trump, and so many others. Okay, now you want to let reading help you to determine if you have to go back to school, if you have to go get a license or be certified in that area. For instance, if you have most of your work experience in construction and now you want to become a general contractor, depending on the state you would like to conduct business in, you may have to go back to school to get a general contractor license. You could also dedicate some time to learning about some industries by volunteering your work with an established organization or business. Reading generally should give you the basic idea on what your business will require and prepare you to make good decisions. Okay? So now step 3. Step 3 is you want to build financial stability. So this is why you ensure that you have sufficient funding to support you and cover your expenses prior to starting your business. So one of the first questions you have to, be able to answer is, are you currently employed, or are you in a position to start your business part-time? Now, if you were to start your business in the next 3 to 9 months, would you have enough money to cover your personal expenses? What I mean is, could you live off of what you have in your bank account currently? If not, you may want to start looking for another job or fundraiser and working on a personal budget for this as well, to prepare for this. Now, if you're building a partnership, you want to be able to talk to your partner. So does your partner have the funds available so your business can begin in the next few months? The sooner you discuss this with your partner, the better it will be, as it will help you to make better personal decisions. Now, step 4, you want to conduct market research. There are 4 areas you want to work on for market research. There are 4 areas. Now, first area is your primary market research. This usually entails focus groups, surveys, product tests, and interviews. With focus groups, you can gather information on what people really want from your product or service. You can get ideas on what your product should look like, possible names for the product or service, and what people may be willing to pay for it. Now, with surveys, you can get opinions on prices, content, and delivery. With product tests, this gives you information on the desires of your potential customers. Now, the second one is your secondary market research. This is where you would check out articles, reports, and books for information regarding your target market. Now, I know I told you to read a lot of books and articles before, so at this point, you could probably start getting more specific with your search, since you may now have a better idea of what your market wants, since you may now have a better idea of what your market wants, and you want to also Google reports and get any other information you may need regarding that area of business. You can also check out article databases at libraries if it is necessary for what you're trying to build. So that's generally it with your secondary market research. Now, as for the next step, it would be your competitive market research. Now, this is where you learn who your competitors are for your area of interest, and it is recommended that you know their strengths, weaknesses, and what makes you different. The fourth type of research would be now it's not really just a matter of, the fourth area would be the preliminary budget. This enables you to see how much you can sell your product or service for and how much it will cost to create it. Now, you want to ensure that this business will be viable for you, so the preliminary budget will enable you to do so. Step 5. Now, step 5, this is where you choose. Step 5, choose your type of business and your specific audience. Now, this is where you identify what, after doing your research, you identify what type of business you would want to start, what you would like to operate. So, is it a service business, or do you sell products, or do you do both? Now, after all your research, you should have a better understanding of what your market wants. So I read something from a coach several months ago, and he was saying that being more specific with your niche is the difference between you offering food, dessert, or chocolate-covered strawberries, and I agree. Sometimes this is not the size of the market that will determine how successful you are, some people are more successful in how specific they are with their choice in audience and their message. So once you've identified the type of business, you said if you decide it's a service business or if it's a product-based business, then you definitely want to look at the audience and be clear on that. The next step would be step 6. Decide if a coach, mentor, or assistant is needed to help you. Now, as you proceed in building your business, you'll find that there are things that you don't know how to do. Knowing what to do to start your business and communicate with clients is very vital to your success. So you may need a coach or mentor. Step 7, establish order. If you're going to work without a coach or assistant, you definitely want to create systems to help you manage yourself and your progress. So working on your business may take a lot more time than your regular job. So you want to ensure that you have time allotted for it, along with the people and various other things in your life. Therefore, if you need someone to pick up the kids from school, create a schedule and start communicating your needs and desires with family and friends. Don't be afraid to ask for help. Don't ever be afraid to ask for help. Sometimes, some people are very organized and function well with structure. I've noticed that these people can get quite a bit done in their day. Now, creating routines that help you be more productive are recommended. Step 8. You want to create an environment that you can thrive in and commit to maintaining discipline and accountability systems. So, surround yourself with people and things that will contribute to your progress and success. Now, one thing, okay, this is something to consider. Okay, we are all carriers. Each person can bring positive or negative thinking and words to different moments in life. In life, when we're building, we want to feed what we're building with constructive and encouraging words. So allow people who will bring that to you around your business. Another thing you want to do in terms of environments, you want to have a quiet space. So you want to meditate. The Bible states in Joshua 1 verse 8 that meditation is the way to find good success, and it has been proven to be very helpful to many successful businessmen and women. When you find a quiet place and begin meditating, it releases ideas and empowering thoughts in your mind. The next thing you also want to do is focus. We have a lot of power in our choices, so we can help to create many things in our lives. When you place inspiring quotes, pictures, and objects in areas of your home or office, it can really help to encourage you while you're building. So if you also have decided to dedicate a number of hours to working on the business, choose to stay focused and communicate it with those around you. So environment is very important. Maintaining discipline and accountability systems is very important as well. Now, the next step is choose your business name. Now, in naming your business, you want to consider a name that truly represents what you're hoping to create. For example, if you were thinking of building a business that you could sell later, you may not want to use your name. Using your name could be something that you do if you were thinking of passing it on to your children. Calling your business Susie's Construction and Renovation doesn't work if you want to sell it later. If you're hoping to have a business that becomes a household name that you do not have to change over time, then certain names just won't work for you. Some names can seem outdated with time. There's a company that I used to work with called Cape Run Wireless. It was a large corporation with many branches in several countries. I believe the cable is becoming a word that suggests a certain time period in technology. And as technology changes, so I've noticed some of the branches of a company have changed their names. Yet some may choose to keep the name because many people already know the brand. So naming your business really depends on you and what you're trying to create. Next up, step 10. Prepare a strategy for entering your business full-time. Now, you want to determine how you will establish your brand and market it. So first of all, you want to make sure you understand your target market. Make sure you have considered aspects of the market like demographics. People who you're trying to target, are they of a certain age group or ethnicity? You want to consider the location. Where would you like to sell your products or provide the service? You want to consider your common interests, the common interests of the persons you're hoping to serve, their interests or needs. What do the people need in a specific geographic location or part of the world, depending on what you're trying to do? Now, you also want to think about what do you need to be effective? Are you able to serve the market? What value can you give, and are they able to pay you for it? You also want to consider your options, cost, and the predictability of the market. If it's a product that you want to sell, do you have sales channels or relationships in place? If it's a service business, do you want to start part-time first? As though a service business tends to cost less to start, it can be slow in the initial stages. So a strategy some service business owners may implement is to ask family and friends for referrals, charge a lower price initially, and get their first set of clients. Step 11, you want to develop a business plan or case for investment. Now, with a business plan, this is where you clearly state your idea, what you need, the risks, market potential, and costs to begin your business. If you are interested in an investor, this is something you will definitely need to properly put together. There are coaches that can help you create an effective business plan, even if that's the only thing that you want help with. So definitely think about that. Now, the next step is step 12. Practice communicating your offerings. This is where you clarify who you are and what you offer. Now, knowing what to say and when and how to say it to your client or customer is very important. Your job is to get them to decide if they want what you have to offer. So you should be able to tell a client what you offer in about a minute. For example, when I started this session, I told you that I help business professionals to find their voice, grow in their field, attract clients or customers, and realize and live their dreams. So this is something that you would want to be able to state, like in a sentence, what your business what is it you generally do. Another example is you someone who tutors could say, I tutor students ages 15 to 17 in mathematics so that they improve their grades in school. So the formula is, I help blank, that will be who you serve, to do blank, that will be to do what, so that blank, what is the result? This is a very simple way to communicate what you offer, and it has proven to be very effective for many. Now, step 13, Step 13, you want to create lead generation. Now, this is where you decide how you will build your leads database. You can create an ad, ways in which some other persons other business owners have used. Some things that they've used in order to create lead generation is, some have used like create an ad. Some people create an ad and then use social media to lead people to their website or splash page. You don't have to use the same method, but that's an effective way to build your leads. But I mean, you can offer an incentive like an ebook or valuable material and invite potential clients to sign up online, so on your website. There are various things that you could do to build your list of potential clients. You could advertise on a car and have potential clients or customers call you or visit your website from that method as well. So it just depends on you and what you want, what you want to do as it relates to your business. So step 14 is determine the type of launch you need and plan your launch and launch. Now, you want to set a time to officially launch your business. There are various ways to launch. It depends on the type of business you choose, the type of business you chose. You can make your business known through an ad for a website. You can do a joint venture launch or launch by yourself. You can use Facebook or Twitter to get the word out about your business and then use a website to direct traffic to. You can create a teleseminar and at the end of it, present your product or service. You can create an event like a workshop. You can launch online through events, a catalog, plus so many other ways. For other tips and strategies, you can check out materials from Jeff Walker on launching as well. He provides more depth to the whole launch process. So that's generally it for the 14 steps. Now, let's look at 5 common ways for financing a startup. Okay, step 1, begin with a consultancy. There are many successful businesses that start as a consultancy and use this method to develop their products. Some start by charging a small fee per hour and getting their clients. Some charge a small fee per hour plus a percentage of the business that they're helping to build. There are several different things that you can do with with having a consultancy. But it all depends on you, and it all depends on what you want to do with your particular business. So step 2, earn when you learn. Turn interviews or other types of research into an ebook or offer a class at a reasonable price and teach skills that you have developed. So that's a method that some persons find very effective, depending on what each person is looking to generate in terms of, depending on what the person is looking to generate in terms of startup capital. This can be something that will be very effective, very good for them, very good for you, depending on what you're looking for in terms of startup capital. And in some instances, depending on the type of business, the capital is startup capital doesn't. Once you have money coming in some way, shape, or form, that can help you to start. That's what's important. So, whatever method you choose, It just depends on what time frame you're trying to get things done, within. If there's a certain time frame that you're looking to get things done by, some methods are better than others. But for the most part, these are common. These methods do work, and they're very effective. Step 3, you want to get contributions from family members and friends. No one may know you better or trust in you more, so they may be willing to take a risk on your idea. So why not request their support? I know someone who got $19,000 to start his business that way. Step 4, monetize your clutter. Go through your house, clear the clutter, sell what you don't need. A young entrepreneur that I know once sold his television for startup dollars. So go through your clutter at home. I'm sure you probably might find something that will be of value to someone else, and they may be willing to pay you a certain amount of money for it. So that could probably help you to start. Step 5, customer financing. Before you even invest any money into your product, start selling it without spending on it. This is where you let your customer help you finance the production of your product. You can give them like a time for delivery, and then create the product for distribution. So that's it for the 5 common ways for starting up your business without traditional loans. And now I have come to the end of my session with you. I hope you now feel more prepared to start your business. It was my pleasure to share this time with you. Now just go on out there and be purposeful and have fun realizing your dreams.